I grew up in the youngest of a huge Irish family in Derry, in Northern Ireland, and I was a child of the '60s, and therefore a child of the Troubles, as they're called. But in that family, my dad in particular, he was I don't know where he got it from really, but he loved music, and he wanted all the kids to somehow magically play musical instruments. And so there were always, there was a piano, there was a strange kind of an organ thing, there were always a few violins, piano, accordion, things like that lying around the house. And we were absolutely encouraged to not only play Irish tunes. By Irish tunes, I mean kind of things like Moore's melodies and things like that, but also parlour music. So, you know, this was the era of John McCormack and some of the great Irish tenors. And so, I don't know, Mendelssohn songs, Elgar, Salon pieces, these sort of things were greatly encouraged. But, beyond that, in terms of what you might term real classical music, there was none whatsoever. And it wasn't until I was about 14 that my dad comes back into the picture, and a little orchestra started nearby, and he said, "You're going to be playing in that." And of course, I had better things to do on a Friday night, aged 14. But nevertheless, he sent me off there, and the very first time we went in, it was. I was in the first violins, and it was Thieving Magpie Overture, which of course was like gobbledygook to me. I had never seen music like that. Extremely fast, and things like tremolo and ponticello and pizzicato, everything like that. I had no idea what was going on, completely lost. And then the Grieg Piano Concerto. And of course, got to the slum to the Grieg Piano Concerto, and I find myself as a teenager uncontrollably tearful and crying and not really knowing what on earth was going on. But of course, that was it. I was well and truly hooked, and I suddenly, literally overnight, realized what I wanted to do with my life. So that meant I needed to get out of Derry, because there was no one there who could further my studies. I was already, the best violinist in Derry, so I needed to get out of there. So I came to wonderful London and started studying. But I grew up with the Beatles and the Stones and the Who and the Kinks and everything like that, Bob Dylan, etc. So that was kind of my music and parlour music. But, the moment I played in that orchestra and I heard this other kind of music, I was completely gone. And so from that moment then, of course, I went hunting, and, I found someone who had an old recording of the Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto. So I stole that, and then I found someone else who had a copy of the Kreutzer Sonata with Yehudi and Hefzibah playing, and of course I immediately commandeered that, and I was gone. And then I found Radio 3 on the radio, and I used to listen to it. And yeah, so then I left when I was 16. I ran away, came over here.